latest chapter of a historic rivalry.
Go.
It's the Washington.
Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Who you guys going for? Washington Redskins. For the Cowboys.
Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick.
Don't
And here we
say
go
the
from
three.
AT&T Stadium.
So,
Return starts at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 2 yards on the run, but a tough spot upcoming. We've got 3rd and 12.
and we got a first down yet.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. And down he goes. The Cowboy defense gets it done. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway.
All the way, guys.
And not only does he go in the wrong direction, but he's stopped for a net loss on the return. So now the Cowboys getting an opportunity to send their offense out for the first time. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016, who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
He's going to keep it this time. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
He's running for it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
Here.
First down, here's Dak. Vacates quickly left side. Oh, he's calling his own number again. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Chased out to his right. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. They're going for it. Here's Prescott. And they get to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got a chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
We got sacked. Big time.
Here's Daniels. Brought down by Deron Bland.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. I don't know about you, Kate, but he's sure made to get to the sidelines.
Hey guys, you know how we do it.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it sets up
Get open along their routes. Forces the incompletion.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. That was Micah Parsons making that play. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Yeah.
Out of the gun, Daniels. And they get to
Okay,
him way
a
behind the
lot of
line on
yards
this one and
there.
take him down. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Yeah, so much harder.
Tressway on to punt. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So they bring Tressway back out there for another punt. Cavante Turpin on the return for the Cowboys. He'll start from the 39.
Oh! Almost a touchdown!
And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Bronk, after getting a big chunk on that return. What an incredible return. He ripped off 39 on the run back. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running with it. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Almost.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Yeah, here we go.
Working inside the red zone. Escapes out to the left. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Well, I think all quarterbacks have been there before. You start scrambling, you're hoping for something to materialize, and nothing does. You just try to get back to the line.
And the Commanders get home, they drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Escapes the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys go up 6-0 here in the first. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You could just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Whatever it is.
Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Robinson on the inside give. And they had that one contained right at the line. That was Micah Parsons making that play. Third down, 1 yard to go. Staying with Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another carry for Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Commanders ready for the punt. Back deep, it's Cavante Turpin. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. Tried getting creative, but the coverage team read it all the way. This return loses yards. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Throwing on first is Prescott. Now here he goes. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams.
Right here, be a
2nd quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They start out with a 2nd and 3. From the 47. He calls his own number again. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Throwing on the... He's got it deep downfield. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys pull out in front further, 13-zip. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw, and he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Commanders all set to regain possession. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They kick the running back in motion. Finds him over the middle. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And this one does not go far. On comes Tressway to punt this one. Turpin back deep to return.
On.
Starts the return at the 34. And not only does he go in the wrong direction, but he's stopped for a net loss on the return. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to... They've got first down from the 31.
Yeah, here we go. What do you think?
I was doing Hail Mary last.
One of the tight ends motioning left.
What do you think?
Here's a give up the middle.
Oh!
Space, left sideline,
What do you
and he's
say
off
that?
to the races. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas.
What do you say about
The Cowboys take a 20-zip lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys stretch their lead to 21. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Commanders set to take over. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Come on,
Here we go.
and just put up a battle.
Daniels now. This is hauled in by McLaurin.
Oh my
We'll have him
God.
gain up about a handful there. Brought down by Deron Bland.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first
I'm
down,
not even
especially when you
trying
get
right
enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's 2nd and 5. He finds Brown right side. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle.
Textbook hitch route. Hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
They bring Way on to handle the punt. He has it at the 33. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40.
Hey, we just play up.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
What do you think?
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
There we go.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, here we go. What do you think?
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Well, Brock, they've made it a point to incorporate him into their offense, and Hey, no arguments here. He has been awesome in giving them a spark they need when he gets involved.
And it's so nice offensively, Kate, when you feel it, when you can run it, when you can throw it, and especially running it like this, going to pay huge dividends as the game goes on.
Getting out to his left. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He puts some power on a deep one left. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. Now after the run, we see some traders headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 2nd and 3 now. Has a man, it's Ertz. And he's bottled up the line on the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
So they'll decline this and take the results.
That penalty is declined.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
Come on. Stop him, guys. Stop him.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that one is picked off, but wait a second. Oh, he came down out of bounds, so that's just going to be incomplete.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. They're coming off a 4th down try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Buying some time left. He can run it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
I like the PlayStation.
1st and 10, Prescott. Rolling left, buying some time. Throwing on the run, deep down the middle. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
You can highlight.
Throwing again is Dak. Rolling out to his left. He's on the move. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
Come on.
Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. Vacates quickly left side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the 1st instead.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his 1st catch of the game. So 2nd down coming up.
Well, that window was open down the field, but this league is so fast. And these defenders, well, they closed the gap before that throw could arrive.
There's a handoff up the gut. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That is the play.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
They send a tight end in motion. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down for a loss. So we've hit the end of dealing with some time constraints, it seems. We'll bypass halftime and get right back to the action.
And look,
It's all
it's
lined
still my
up. Seibert
ball.
now ready to send this flight.
It's still my ball.
Here's Kavontae Turpin on the return. And an excellent return here sets them up almost at midfield. Here comes the Cowboy offense for the opening possession of the third. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Prescott will look to throw. Flush down now to his left. Throwing on the run, deep down the middle. And a man is there to knock that away.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Down the run right, throwing deep down the side. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
That's the ball,
No connection on the
guys.
last play, and now it's third down.
Piss me off now.
Now Dak to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 4th and long. Dak throwing again. Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Forget that it was 4th down, Brock. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup, and it gets them the first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They've got first down from the 31.
Losing.
Here's Dak. Buying some time left. Taking off with it again. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They strike for 23 yards. And that gives them first and goal. And that run makes some history for him. He's now topped the previous record for rushing in a game by a QB. The previous mark of 181 was held by Colin Kaepernick. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs. But not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Dak to the air here. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Prescott set to pass. And the Commanders get home, they drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
This is one of those situations where QB's strength and ability to run can be a great blessing, but can also be a curse. We've seen him use his feet before. This guy can escape, and that's a blessing. But it can be a curse because sometimes you think you can get out of everything, and this defense just proved he couldn't.
And it falls incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now, Daniels. A throw left side, caught by Brown. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Come on.
I feel like this is cheating on a player.
He's got a gain of 6 there. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be third and just a yard.
Hey, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in my double digits, and they nearly got it there.
Robinson, a first down and more. And finally down right along that opposing 40. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, a run to Robinson. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up second and 8.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Throw caught at the 6. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders start the second half with some needed points. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders get it back to a 14-point game.
Well, they're not gonna catch up.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Turpin with a return.
Oh!
And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. Rolling out to his left. And the Commanders get home, they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. He's gonna push one deep down. Big game downfield.
Yes, I'll take
And they
that.
finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 39 yards. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field, the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. First down, here's Dak. He's on the move. He takes it himself. And he's tackled for a short gain.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
From the 28. Vacates quick, and they get to
Yeah,
him as he was
they're
trying to
really
make
trying.
something
They're not
happen.
letting me run.
And for the Commanders, a fifth defensive back out there. They're going nickel on
Look
third
how
down.
far it's
26.
Back to throw. Here's Dak. Forced out to his right. Down the run right, throwing deep down the side. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down.
Omega 58.
Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash.
I'll make it. There we go.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it
Oh,
there,
they're
and he
gonna
did.
make that.
And that makes this a 3-score game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
You know what the best is?
Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
You get
The
to see
Commanders and Brian Robinson Jr. running back on now. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
All right, here we go. Second down. Out of the gun, Daniels. That's complete. Here's Austin
that
Eckler.
one.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
So you can buy a new weapon for each of the players. If you wanted to.
We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down.
They should have forced it if they could.
Daniels from the pistol.
Oh, almost intercepted.
Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Fourth and 14? Damn, I didn't even realize that.
From the gun, it's Daniels. And all of a sudden stepped in. It's intercepted. Deron Bland has it. And he's going to go. It's a big 6. Well, they had to try something there on fourth down, but that throw played right into what the defense was anticipating, Brock, and they make it hurt that much worse by taking the turnover back for 6.
Hey, I'm all for these great group celebrations, and, you know, I'm not Captain No Fun, but one of these times I'd like to see that player run that football over to the D coordinator who predicted that play was coming and really made the right call to create that opportunity.
For the point after, here's Aubrey.
It's good.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys make it a 24-point ball game. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And all game they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Daniels coming back after that pick. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That's a long way to go.
Trying again following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Give him one on the carry. It's going to be fourth down. They'll bring out the punter here. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Short drop, and he gets a kick away. He takes it inside the opposing 40. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 45 yards on the punt there. And it'll be their football. The Cowboys about set to take over. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Escapes out to the left. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
He's keeping it again. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Third and just 2 to go. Now Prescott. Flushed out of the pocket. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. This from 40 on the right hash. Gay's kick is good, and that grows the lead to 27.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And the drive will start out with the Cowboys signaling for their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. So the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the